Episode 10, Seeds of the Future. A press conference just outside the Blackgate prison. Standing on a large plot of land is Harvey Dent, surrounded by police, construction men, and numerous press members. Amongst the group is Commissioner Gordon, Detective Harvey Bullock, Vicky Vale, Oswald Cobblepot, and Bruce Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, this project will mean not only that Gotham's finest will be more prepared to handle anything this city can throw at them, but it will mean that Blackgate can now treat patients with minor mental issues. This represents a combined effort between the staff at Arkham and Blackgate, a unification of two previously separate civil services. Now, please, no thanks are needed. This is not about me. It's about you, the community as a whole. I will not rest until this city is seen as a safe place for everyone and every family. A place where a mother doesn't need to worry about her children playing outside. A place where everyone feels at home and no need to have a gun to protect themselves. I promise to make change in this city. I promise to bring stability back to Gotham City. I promise to make Gotham a city you're proud to be a member of.
A few weeks later, at a press conference in front of Wayne Tower, I stand dressed as Bruce Wayne, addressing the crowd.
I come before you today to talk about the future of Gotham City. For too long, people have asked, what's the point of staying in Gotham? Why stay in a city that's filled with apathy, greed, corruption, and power-hungry monsters? I don't want that to be the legacy that we as a people of Gotham leave behind. It's time to look ahead, to see a future where Gotham can raise its citizens to new heights, rather than holding them down. Each of us needs to look deep within ourselves and understand the importance of addressing the needs of the city. For too long, the fortunate and wealthy have been just as guilty as the criminals locked in our prisons. Rather than addressing the needs such as housing and food, we favored sons and daughters of Gotham have focused on decadence, and I have been no different. I've allowed the media and my actions to paint the picture. I've been seen as a billionaire playboy, a man so wrapped up in his own indulgences that I haven't the time for my company or the city. I'm here today to make it clear that I'm going to change that paradigm. I'm here today to make it clear that I'm getting serious about Gotham. I have personally pledged over $5 million to fund the construction of new housing, businesses, and community centers. This will set into motion plans to expand the city by redeveloping the slums of it and using a small portion of the surrounding land for new development. But that isn't the end of my plan. I come to you not just to announce this construction project, but to also appeal to the other affluent members of Gotham. Without a personal investment in this city's success, how can we expect the fortunate to be serious? By making a personal contribution, you can help to ensure that Gotham can reach new heights, that Gotham isn't known for its numerous criminals, but known for its ability to adapt and change, for its ability to support the people that live within it. Thank you, and good evening.
1 week later.
Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Jack Ryder. Today was certainly eventful. From reports of Batman sightings to the continued advancement of the City Development Program, we'll be reporting it all. To start off, we bring you an interesting new scientific development by Cobblepot Industries. Scientists working at the massive corporation have made a new prescription drug that can help decrease the severity of headaches. A representative from the company said that pending FDA testing, the drug will be put into mass production. Soon, people around the country will be able to go about their daily lives pain-free. Coming up next, a massive fire has destroyed the Goth Corp waste facility located on the lower west end of Gotham. The site was potentially going to be closed down pending an investigation into reports that there was a serious land and habitat pollution.
The Plaza Cafe, located on the top floor of the Riverside Hotel. The opulent restaurant is filled with the wealthiest citizens of Gotham, the perfect place for Bruce Wayne to mingle. Standing near the reception desk is Harvey Dent. The tall man shuffles slightly in place. I notice he seems extremely nervous. As soon as I approach, however, his demeanor becomes much more gregarious.
Harvey, so good to see you. Mr. Wayne, it's a pleasure to finally meet the son of Gotham. Oh, please, call me Bruce. I'm so glad you could accept my invitation. I've wanted to chat with you for a while. Getting a first-hand look at Gotham's law is a priority in my book. Well, I hope you don't expect me to give you any favors. What are friends for? Well, actually, I wanted to get some advice on my new land development deal. But let's get a table first. Ah, Carl, good to see you.
Monsieur Wayne, always a pleasure to have you.
I have a reservation for two.
They usually have corner booth, so you can get acquainted with your date.
Not tonight, I'm afraid. It's all business for me. You know how that goes.
What a shame. If the gentleman would follow me this way. Here you are, sirs. May I recommend the vichyssoise soup with the Domine de la Renue at the wine?
To be honest, I'm not all too familiar with any of that. Oh, don't worry. I'm afraid we're going to pass on the vichyssoise. I never did like cold soup, to be honest. But you can bring us out a bottle of Chateau de Cam Sommelier, please.
An excellent choice.
Give me the crooked cops, the sordid criminals, and the mob bosses any day. At least that stuff makes sense to me. You get used to it after a while. I hate to jump right into the saddle, but what is it exactly you wanted to discuss about land development? I'm afraid you might need someone from the Department of Land Conservation to answer your questions. I lied a little. I really wanted to talk with you about your plans for the city. You don't exactly strike me as the type to give those topics much thought. You seem to have different interests. This city is my home, though. I want to make sure that it's in good hands. I can respect that. So what is it you want to know about? For starters, I'd like to learn more about your plans for the expansion of Blackgate. It's really just the first step in a long line of planned changes, a procedure. For too long, the city of Gotham has relied on the broken system of sending criminals and mental patients to either Blackgate or Arkham, respectively. There's a black and white approach to a very grave problem. I'm hoping to change that mentality, to help officials see that there's a spectrum of care that people need, especially here in Gotham. You're going to be fighting an uphill battle, you know. And I've noticed. The people in Gotham aren't exactly eager for change. Well, can you blame them? The system has been against them for most of their lives. Why would it suddenly change for the better? Well, we have to keep trying.
I apologize for the interruption, but there is a phone call from Monsieur Dent, from Gotham General.
Do you know what the trouble is?
I am afraid the person specifically wished to speak with you.
Harvey, what's wrong? I'm sorry to run off like this, but there's been an emergency with my wife. Is she alright? I don't know. The orderly said that she was in a coma in critical condition. I need to hail a cab and get there. Nonsense. I can drive you there right now. A busy man like you doesn't have time for trifles like these. I insist.
The halls of Gotham General. The small, packed building has patients of all ages. Doctors, nurses, and orderlies rush throughout the various rooms. Harvey Dent runs down the hallway, with Bruce Wayne following behind. The tails of his powder blue coat ruffle in front of me. We reach room 113. Inside, a doctor, with snow-white hair jutting out at all angles, stands reviewing the chart of a beautiful brown-haired woman lying in the bed.
Room 113. Yeah. Doctor, tell me, what's wrong with her?
Are you related to the patient?
I'm her husband, Harvey Dent. What happened to her?
We're not entirely sure how, but we know she's been poisoned. Her pulse is extremely high, but her blood pressure is worryingly low. In addition, we've noticed severe muscle twitching in her arms and legs.
Can't you give her a treatment, an antidote, something?
I'm afraid it isn't that simple. Without knowing the exact poison used and how she was exposed to it, we won't be able to properly treat her.
You're telling me there's nothing you can do?
If we were to say give her a broad spectrum treatment, we could upset the natural chemical balance in her body. If we try something more specific and treat for the wrong type of poison, we won't know it isn't working until it's too late.
If it's a matter of money, don't worry, I can.
It isn't, but we can only wait and run some tests. With some luck, we'll be able to find something. In the meantime, any information you can give us may help narrow the search down. For example, was she taking any medications? What about chemicals in your home? Do you use ammonia or something else for cleaning?
I don't know. I never paid attention.
Well, here, let me leave you this form. Take a few minutes, try and collect yourself. I'll be back and we can discuss this further.
Sure thing, Doc.
Harvey, if there's anything I can do, please, you know to let me know.
I will. Right now, I just need time to think.
The Batcave. I sit looking into a microscope, making notes on the large bat computer. Alfred emerges from the elevator. I compared the effects of the poison to nearly every sample I have, and still nothing. How are you testing the poison? I cannot imagine the GCPD suddenly changing their stance on your legality. Your legality. I managed to get a small blood and skin sample from Gilda when Harvey was talking with the doctor. Are you alright? Other than a minor headache, I'm fit as a fiddle. You're quieter than usual. The closer I get to the end of my samples, the more sure I am that this wasn't some accident. Gilda was purposely poisoned. I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this as always. I nearly forgot. Here is the mail for today. Just put it on the console over there. This is the third letter from Happy Hamlet's egg company. Ignore it, Alfred. They'll get the message sooner or later. As you wish, Master Bruce. Is there nothing that can be done for that poor Miss Dent? Without knowing what the poison is, it's just as dangerous to treat her as it is to let the poison run its course. I see. I'll just take your dishes and Alfred, you're running a fever. You need to see a doctor. The intensive care unit, located in Gotham General Hospital. In two adjacent beds lay a thin, brown-haired woman and a frail, older man with a black mustache. Outside the hall, Harvey Bullock, Harvey Dent, myself, and a doctor stand conversing.
And you're sure they've been affected by the same poison?
No, but they are having very similar reactions. Mrs. Dent is further along in the process, but Mr. Pennyworth's age is playing a part in how the poison affects him. We should keep a watch on both of them.
Well then, hey, this is a police matter now.
But why the police?
I know you weren't used to this sort of stuff, Mr. Wayne, but hey, take it from me. Gotham is filled to the brim with grade A psychos, you know what I mean? The fact that you two had two different people poisoned with the same chemical, that means it ain't no coinky-dink. I'm gonna need to interview the both of yous to figure out what's really going on here. Okay?
Whatever it takes, if it means helping my wife and Mr. Wayne's butler.
Well, let's start with the people you both made mad. Now then, I know you got a line that's forming around the corner, and don't you worry, I'm close to the front. But we're gonna start with Mr. Wayne. We might get done before dinner time that way. So how about it, Mr. Wayne? You got any ex-girlfriends? Any love stories turned into tragic I hate you, you hate me kind of scenarios? You know what I mean?
Well, no one in particular. I get along with most people.
Yeah, what about that manservant of yours? He got any enemies?
Alfred? No, he doesn't have any enemies.
Well, then we're gonna have to open up the possibility that we're dealing with one of them there psychos. That person is targeting the two of you for some reason. Let's go over exactly how it is you found Mr. Pennyworth again.
Like I told you earlier, I was coming from the west wing of the mansion to get a snack from the kitchen. I saw Alfred coming in with the day's mail. We talked for a few moments. He mentioned that we had gotten another egg flyer, and then all of a sudden he collapsed.
Boy, this ain't much to go on. I already got your statement then, so for right now I need the two of you to just sit tight, will ya? Okay, we're gonna handle this. Just relax, take a load off. Let the professionals handle this one.
Thank you. Bruce! Where are you going?
I'm going to grab something to eat. With all this excitement, I haven't had a chance to get anything down. Would you like me to get you something, Harvey?
Maybe later. I don't feel very hungry.
Suit yourself.
The Dent's apartment. The small apartment has little furniture. The area is extremely clean and well kept, save for a pile of papers displaced from the small coffee table in the center of the room. The Batman enters through the window on the far east side of the room. Silently walking through, I meticulously lift and move objects, looking to find anything to indicate how Gilda Dent was poisoned. I turn quickly at the sound of the door lock being picked. Retreating to the side of the door, I wait to see who enters. The lock gives, and the door opens slowly. In through the door frame comes the messy form of Harvey Bullock. I slam the door shut with my left hand, causing my cape to flap. A move designed to draw Harvey's attention to me, and to gauge how he reacts.
Bullock! Jesus! What are you up to? I got half a mind to arrest you right now for scaring the living daylights out of me.
I thought the official policy was to arrest me on sight.
Well, what can I say? It's dark in here, and my eyes said, it ain't what it used to be. Did you find anything that could help us?
Nothing solid.
Yeah, if I was a better policeman, a real detective, I'd ask myself, how it always seems to be the case that you're where the action's gonna be. Well, maybe it's a good thing I ain't that smart. The commiss trusts you. I guess he knows something I don't.
Do what you will. We need to find a connection between Wayne's butler and Gilda Dent.
Alright, don't get pushy.
Look at today's mail. Only 2 letters have been opened.
Oh, let me call the press right now. Tell them we got a hot story to sell. Let me just dial that number for you.
No. This letter was addressed to Gilda specifically. The letter itself is just an ad for Happy Hamilton's Egg Company.
Wayne mentioned something about an egg letter coming in the mail. What's the big deal? I got 'em all the time.
What do you mean, got 'em?
Well, my landlord, he prefers the paying type of customer. And me being the lowly police officer that I am, well, sometimes being a paying customer just isn't in the cards. Look, it ain't none of your business, okay, Batman? What's with the big deal with these letters?
It's not the letter. It's the residue. I only noticed it because of my black gloves. This letter also isn't in its original envelope. It's been refolded to fit into this smaller one. Someone's tampered with the mail. Let me run an analysis.
Hey, don't you need a lab to do that sort of stuff?
I may only be able to get a general sense of the material, but it'll give us a start.
And what does that beeping mean?
It means it's done. According to this, it's a rare pollen. It, in and of itself, isn't dangerous, but it appears to have been chemically altered. Only someone with an extreme understanding of biological science could have altered it this way, and maintained the relative structure of the pollen. You need to take a sample of this to the hospital.
All units, we have reports of a break-in at Cobblepot Industries, located at 3275 Bale and Clooney. Be aware the suspect...
Ah, crap. That's the rough part of town. I'll never be able to make it from the hospital to there in time to be any help.
You don't have to. I'll take care of the factory. Get that sample to the doctors.
Hey, what do you think this is? I can't let you go. It's illegal. You're a wanted man.
You said it yourself. You'll never make it to both places. They need that sample, and I need to be at that factory.
Fine. Badman. Hey, now I know how to commish Phil's cheese, Louise. You'd think he'd have the decency to wait until I said goodbye.
The Cobblepot Industries factory. Bodies of guards litter the walkway. The room itself is filled with a noxious green gas. Amongst the gas is a small woman with auburn hair. She wears a green shirt and brown pants.
Now, the main structural pillars should be right along these walls.
I'll only say this once. Stop whatever it is you have planned, now!
So, you've decided to show up despite the warrant out for your arrest. It is Gotham. The only two things you can count on are death and Batman. I won't stop.
What did you do to the guards?
A lethal form of plant venom I derived from poison ivy. If you weren't wearing a mask, you'd be joining them.
How aren't you affected?
I've inoculated myself. I suppose you might be joining them anyway when I blow up this building.
Why? What do you gain from this? You're just killing innocent people at random.
Innocent? Cobblepot Industries has allowed the wholesale destruction of a once thriving species of plant.
How do you know? Who are you?
You imbecile. I'm Pamela Isley. I've been researching plants for over a decade. I tried to warn them. I tried. The drugs they're making, the new headache medicine, they all use rare plants. That monster Cobblepot has allowed them to be used like slaves.
Killing these people won't send him a message. He doesn't care.
I'm no fool, Batman. I've placed bombs like this across the city, in all of his factories. You see, Batman, the only way to get at someone is to strike at what they care about most. Men are so easy. Loved ones are money. Cobblepot doesn't have a family. So I just needed to make him lose money. The others weren't so hard.
Others? What have you done?
Don't pretend that Cobblepot's the only one who deserves punishment. The entire city does! But people don't care about a normal person getting killed. You have to make examples. And who better than the wealthiest and most offensive?
You're the one that poisoned Dent's wife and Wayne's butler.
It was the only way to get to them.
But they don't even know why.
It doesn't matter. I want to shatter them as much as possible. Killing them wouldn't have stopped the genocide. But now that these pillars of Gotham have been destroyed, the city will fall.
You're insane. Why didn't you try to talk with these people?
I tried, and every time they pushed me aside. They didn't have time for me. Now they'll get what they deserve.
Freeze, the both of you!
No! Stay back, there's poison! Isley, come back! There's nowhere to run! Give it up!
I never expected to get out of here alive. But I have the satisfaction that I have stopped Gotham from destroying any more of the Earth.
No! I survived the explosion, pushed myself onto my feet, and head immediately for the hospital.
What's up, Doc? A nurse said you've been trying to find me.
We believe we found a cure for the poison.
What was the poison?
Some whacker was sending letters to Gilda and your manservant. They were treated with some kind of deadly stuff. I don't know, it didn't make sense to me.
We have confirmed reports of massive explosions at Cobblepot factories across the city. We need all hands on deck.
Hey, he said he would take care of it.
Is everything gonna be alright?
It's nothing. It's just someone I thought I could trust. He let me down. Look, I had to go. I hope the cure works and all that.
Well, thank you. Why are you thanking him?
Well, he's the one that brought the sample of the poison. Without that, the doctors wouldn't have been able to make a treatment of any kind.
Oh,
Code Blue! Code Blue! I need a crash car!
What is it? What's wrong?
or are they alright?
Both of you need to stay back!
Is everything alright? What happened?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dent. Your wife. She didn't make it. Her heart went into tachycardia, causing her a heart attack. There wasn't anything we could do.
No. Not Gilda. No. She wasn't supposed to die. She was my love. No.
Harvey.
I swear, whoever did this, I swear I'll make them pay. I'll rip them limb from limb.
Calm down, Harvey. It's not what Gilda would want.
Calm down. You want me to calm down? You never lost anyone. What do you know? You live the perfect life.
Because I know what it's like to lose someone. You can't solve a murder with a murder. You have to cope.
Bruce, I'm sorry. I just don't know what I'm gonna... I can't even see straight right now.
I'm here for you, Harvey.